Welcome to the Midlife Mind Compass, 10-minute doses of mindset growth for stress management and anxiety relief. Wada.
And g'day listeners, I'm Michael.
And I'm Janet. Are you feeling overwhelmed? When life throws too much at you, it's easy to feel lost and directionless, but you can take control. Today, we will cover how to handle overwhelm so that you can reclaim your sense of conscious, creative calm.
In today's episode, you will learn, firstly, how to diffuse and rationalise the feelings and representations of overwhelm in your life. Secondly, you'll learn how to recognise that overwhelm is a byproduct of anxiety and how to help yourself through that. And finally, you will learn how to wield overwhelm as a tool in your favour and find your calm and purpose to keep going.
First up, let's take a look at the top meanings of the word overwhelm that come up in a Google search. One is to bury or drown beneath a huge mass of something, especially water. Two is to have a strong emotional effect. And three is to defeat someone or something by using a lot of force. Looking at that first meaning, let's convert that mass of water into a mass of tasks or problems that you're facing. When your to-do list becomes so long that it causes you overwhelm, it's time to do two things.
We've all been there, haven't we?
Grab a notepad, a pencil, and an eraser.
So firstly, write them all down. Get them out of your head and onto paper. That's so important. We often talk about this strategy. It gets the stuff out of your mind and onto a physical piece of paper in front of you, allowing you to look objectively at all the tasks or problems.
Two, you're going to rate them in order of importance. 1 being the least important and 10 being the most important. Go through your list, rating each task or problem. The next step is to erase everything on that page that is not rating a 10. If you're still left with multiple tasks or problems that are rating a 10, go through this exercise again and then again until you can honestly identify the number one issue. Erase the rest of the issues and begin with a fresh sheet of paper with the number one issue that you need to deal with. This exercise diffuses the feeling of overwhelm because it helps you sort the forest from the trees. You will now look at one task or problem, not 100.
Looking at your number one task or your problem, you may think, but it's such a huge task or problem. I don't even know where to begin. And here is the answer to that. For example, how do you eat a watermelon? 1 bite at a time. You will now break the issue down into inch-by-inch pieces. Writing it down and breaking it down are your vital steps to beating overwhelm about anything. For example, if you've committed to writing a book and the thought of picturing that finished manuscript terrifies you, as it has done to Janet and so many other authors, begin by committing to write just 1 sentence a day. 1 sentence. And watch how quickly that overwhelm bubble bursts when you break it down into the micro steps.
Or another example is if you're beginning a fitness regime and the thought of a run around the block is totally overwhelming, begin with a 3 or 5 minute gentle walk. Make the micro steps so small that the overwhelm doesn't even stand a chance. Call it out as the progress detractor and procrastination tool that it moonlights as.
Mm-hmm. And what about overwhelm as a byproduct of anxiety? Yes, one of the most common products of anxiety is overwhelm. The feeling of overwhelm triggers your fight and flight response and zaps loads of your physical and mental energy. So I'm going to share a really cool Buddhist exercise that we picked up from Deepak Chopra last week to help you all with this. Begin by closing your eyes and smiling. Breathing in and out, you then imagine every part of your body smiling. Starting at the top with your hair follicles, your nose, your ears, your face, then your heart, your lungs, your intestines and digestive system, your spine and the limbs, fingers and toenails, and then all your organs, your liver, kidney, pancreas and reproductive organs. And all the parts and orifices in your body are smiling. And when we did this exercise, it was amazing. And this exercise immediately stimulates your vagus nerve. And what does that do? Well, it melts away both overwhelm and stress. And you can do this simple exercise anywhere that it's safe to sit and close your eyes.
Finally, how do you learn to wield overwhelm as a tool in your life and find your calm and purpose to keep going in this ever-challenging roller coaster we live on? When you look at the third Google meaning that came up with overwhelm, where it states to defeat someone or something by using a lot of force, this holds the key to turning the adversity of the thing that is overwhelming you to your favour. How? By reframing it. By reframing your thoughts around it, and then your words around it, and then, most importantly, reframing and changing your actions. Making those actions intentional, and yes, applying them with some force. Yes, physical force, and by using the force. And what do I mean by that? By utilising the energy of it all, the energy of the task or problem, the energy of the space between you and that task or problem, and the energy that we hold within ourselves.
For example, if the overwhelm is dealing with a work or home task that feels insurmountable, reword the thought, then rethink it as the word opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for learning, and an opportunity that will be handled one bite at a time to the best of your ability. And it's as simple and as difficult as that.
Reframing takes practice, and the more you practice, the better you will become at breaking down the anxiety-induced overwhelm and turning it around into the force of overwhelm to overcome anything that this life throws your way.
Thanks for joining today's episode of the Midlife Mind Compass. It's been great to have you on board. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so for more mindset-shifting episodes to help you thrive. If you found today's episode valuable, share it with a friend or a loved one.
Stay tuned for next episode as we explore and unlock more tools for personal and professional growth. Until next time, take care of yourself. You're worth it. Love and blessings.
See ya.